Caution, caution. Striker doing a great job there. Hanging out with the 01. They're both starting to form a pack, a tandem, a two-car, a little mini pack, if you will. Striker closing into the 01. 25, pulling away still, about 2.5 seconds from second place right now. You see them. Striker way loose off the corner. Crowd over in third. He's falling back now. Really pushed hard at the start of the restart. And he's falling back now to Mazaleski. Caffrey there rescued right behind him. Right with Mazaleski here. Includes getting some wall there. See, there's enough room there. We talked about it, that upper lane. There's enough room to put your car all the way up against the wall there as this trio is catching the 25 or 28 of Crownover. We see Duckelberger right behind them. Bit of a stray here for this pack. Where it's fast. Crownover a little free off the exit. They've all but caught him. Caffrey's going to take a look. Maybe not quite. Thought he was going to take a dive at Mazaleski, but I think all these guys are faster than fifth right now. We're approaching the end of our stage. That's Crownover. Apologize. Crownover in the Sonoma car. Biff's your leader. Bigger in second. Striker in third. Losing Biggert again. Top three there for those guys. Here's the pack, 4th through 7th. Dunkelberger has caught them, gets around Mark. Mark gets straight off the exit. Easy pass for the 14. Mazaleski being patient, so hard to pass on this track. You got to really set it up. And it's really the corner exit. You get side by side down the backstretch on the inside, and you should have a preferred line, but them guys keep taking double foul through the corners. Dunkelberger now taking a look at Caffrey. Skin falling off. Burke coming in. Cameron turning some laps here. Cars pretty banged up there after that wreck, but still rolling around in 10th place. Perry, DeCooner, Culver. Church, you might have called it there, still sitting on pit road. And then Coulter and Balsamo will be your second and last place there, respectively. Mazaleski taking a look at Phipps on the outside. A little free for both of them, and Caffrey. Looks like they're all going to get, a Crownover. I'm sorry, I keep messing. I don't like you thinking that. All three of them get by Anthony Crownover. Crownover really looks like he's used up his tires. They gets free off that corner, and the trio there gets by the 28 on the outside. Good battle here. 28 falling back now. Really used up the right rear. You see him sliding off the corner. Right rear's probably overheated. Cameron with the problem. Wow, he hit it a couple times. like he's parking it there, getting some damage repaired. That scrape down the front stretch gave him a really bad entry into one, and he just went straight up the track. Getting around Monteleschi. There's Dunkelberger. Kreidover still tagging along. I'm falling off all the way. A few seconds from 14, but still a trail ahead of them. Mark here. Jeremiah Burke slowly closing in. Just a couple laps to go for Andrew Phipps there to win the second stage. Figured on par for a second place finish, and as well as striker for third, but the real battle here for fourth, Monteleschi still keeping up with the 77. As possible as they go around the cover there. Caffrey just very quick here right now. Oh, Kreidover is super loose, hangs onto it. He's been loose for a good few laps now. Very smooth wheel work, and that's your stage there. It's Phipps will be your second stage winner. Biggert's in second, striker third. Is again expecting everybody to hit here for the second stage break, and then we'll run it out to the end and see when you go green all the way. Pit stops here. There we go, everybody pitting. Hallfield coming in, so you can win it off of pit road. I'm assuming it's going to be Phipps there. 14 looks like he was your pole sitter. He's taking the first box there. There goes the 25. Quick stop. Bigger striker. We'll see everybody else start to funnel out. 14 beats the 77 off. Monteleschi loses a couple spots. Let them finish their pace laps here. We'll throw a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Back out for the final stage here. Good jump by the 25. They start single file. Thunderbird making his way back up through the field after that early crash. You see his front end's pretty much brand new there. Good repair work, good strategy management by the 14. Using the stages and cautions to his advantage. Getting, looks like pretty much all the damage fixed on the car. It looks pretty much brand new. They basically put some new bodywork on that car. It looks like it rolled off the lot. This sparkling clean little bobble there. Vince, I think saw some sparks to a little wall scrape there, but we'll see if Bigger can. There, starting to pull away just a bit. Zaleski here running the fifth. Crown over, Jaffrey back there losing a couple spots on the restart exchange. Where's Mark Perry back here with Devin. Last car on lead lap, and Jeremy a few laps now. Really struggling today on this track. It's very, very difficult track. Looks like he's got a lot of damage fixed there as well. The car was pretty beat up a bit ago. Still turning some laps, hanging around. Cameron back on the track as well, getting all the damage fixed. Pretty much, again, brand new car, just a good amount of laps down as well. Phipps pulling away, about half a second there on Biggert. Dunkelberger really pushing hard. See him slide there off the corner exit. Striker as well. Good battle here. Crownover gets over on Monteleski, but we saw that earlier where Crownover pulled away from these guys and then he fell back to him. He managed to power in and just having the pick out some methonotes in that last run. Oh, very tight off that exit. Lost a lot of ground here. That's why most of those Monteleski is to capitalize. He did gain a lot of ground on Crownover though. He was very tight as well. Where the tires squeal off the exit at 2. Crownover losing a lot of ground, and that's also heating up the tires pretty quick. You start to overheat, the more you do that, they'll start ripping. They're too hot. Part won't hold anymore. Especially the right rear, we see it go pretty quickly. Caffrey against the wall. Mark tied on him. Mark gets around him. Burke might get around the 77. Good angle here for Burke. Gets it nose side by side. Looks like Caffrey's gonna let him fly. He does. Falling back there, Caffrey did ninth. Might just be saving the tires for a long run. Phipps still leading, but Biggert still in tow. We'll see how long it lasts, as well as the 14 of Dunkelberger. Little bobble there off of 2 down the back stretch. Both these cars way up against the wall. Phipps pulling a bit of a gap, still about 7 tenths, 8 tenths now. Second off now. Biggert is from the leader. Phipps really just on rails right now, pulling away. See Dunkelberger chase the 01 strike here, watching the fight just animal. Here, chasing down Crownover still, little free off the exit, tight back there for Jeremiah Burke. Cameron still turning some laps. Perry just behind him, I believe. Yep, that's Ed Perry. Jerry Culver here. Coming off the board. .28 pulling away a bit from the 53. Still get a handful, a good amount of laps really, as the track now starts to experience some cloud cover. It'll cool it down a bit. It might make the tires even more slicker. But we'll see how the track changing affects the driving that these guys are experiencing, and what affects the way the tires are translating the speed onto the track from the car. See if anything feels any different there, as it's complete shade now all the way around. Massive cloud cover around Darlington here. It's foulable for the 53. He heads onto it all the way up against the wall. Biggert, something wrong with Biggert. 14 side by side, we'll catch it. Biggert up. Very bad extra there off too, and just pancakes the wall. 14 capitalizes, gets him going into 3. Biggert, big mistake. Still side by side though, he didn't quite clear him for that live. 14 crowds to 01, but straight up against the wall and just flies around it. Wow. Look at that. Biggert showing no give up at all. We got to back up again. Just look at how amazing the 14 slid up on him. Bigger, I thought the 14 had him here. Bigger just keeps a nose. Just a nose. Door now. Side by side. Look at that. And this is exciting to watch when they go side by side. You don't see it often. 14 slides up. Bigger up against the wall. 14 has to let off or he'll put the 01 in the wall. 01 in the preferred upper lane there. Gets around the 14. Off they go. Great drive by both these guys. Dunkelberger still up against the 01s. Little bumper. Not letting them get away. Little bobble there. Little ball. It's going to lose some ground there. Pushing really hard. We're falling off just a few laps to go with the laps taken away. The clouds starting to shift now. It looks like we have 1 and 2 into some sunlight, but 3 and 4 is still in cloud cover. We look at the drone cam around the scoring pylon, watching the 14 and the 01. Cloud cover all the way down. Might have covered 1 and 2 again. Looks like it did. A bit brighter there on the 3. A bit of the backstretch. Tracker there hanging out in 5th. Crownover falling back to Modzelewski now. Modzelewski goes in. That camera's caught the wall a bit. Also having a hard time at Darlington. Coming in. Big cloud cover here. 3 and 4 down the front stretch. The other side of the track. 1 and 2 apologize. Coming down the back stretch. About 3 and 4 down the front stretch. A bit brighter, but not too much now. A lot of it looks like he's going away from 53. Burke here got him around Mark. Caffrey close it into both these guys. Still running way up against the wall. We want to be here let off completely to let the car in the nose point gets that apex off the exit of 2. Way up there off the 4, against the wall. Cappy has the wall. Cappy's the wall a bit, but not too bad. Still hard talking. Mark using a bit of that aid brake to get the car to turn. But I like what Cappy's doing there. It's something that's how I try to track it. Around midway to the corner, let it go quick, and there's one to get back on it. Starting to close in on both these guys pretty quickly. See Burke up against the wall. Pretty sure he caught the wall a little bit there. Caffrey's going to have a run on these guys here off of 2, I think. Looks like he lost a bit of ground there on that entry. Mark taking a peek. 77 closes in really quick here. 3 and 4. Mark in the wall. Side by side there. Caffrey's going to have an easy pass there. Gets the 76 of Richkin. Now sets his sights for Berg just ahead of him. Bibb still leading. Gap about 2.1 seconds. Over Bigger. Dunkelberger falling off a bit now from the 01. Striker good bit behind both of them. Crownover and Modzelewski still forming a two tandem here. 53 just biding his time, trying to get that 5th place position. Burke and Caffrey another 2-pack. Looks like Cameron has parked it after that. Just having a hard time there on this track, it looks like. Crownover Crownover very free off the exit. That's going to give Mazelewski a chance maybe? No, not quite. We saw that earlier. Crownover starting to lose the rear end of the car. The right rear just not wanting to hold anymore and starts slipping off the exit. There he is. A bit of vaporing. Keeps it off the wall though, but loses a lot of ground. 53 is going to take it here. Still a good recovery for the 28. Keeping the car underneath him. 53, a great pass, not getting into the 28. Falls in line in 6th place, right way up in turn 1 in that Camaro number 88. Dunkelberger there, running in 3rd. Everybody first, second, third, bit spaced out here. Good, equalish looking gaps there between the top 3, top 4 even, as Mazelewski starting to pull on the 28. Caffrey getting around Jeremiah Burke. Take a look at that setup. Looks like Burke just dove low and let him by. Just recognizes the 77's a lot quicker. He just pulled over and let him. And nothing wrong there. 77 gets another easy pass there now. Taking a look at the 28, closing into way down low. Looks off that exit. Caffrey taking a look at Crownover just ahead of him. Catching him pretty quick. Phipps going around Jerry. Jerry's trying to get the laps in, just also struggling. Looks like he's coming down pit road now. Might just have a lot of damage or just going to take tires there. Hits in the 25 Brian Vickers machine way, and that's another good example there. Just way up above the seam, gets the arc, makes that line as straight as possible. It's all speed down the backstretch. Baker, 14 Dunkelberger, Stryker. Good battle here. Caffrey is caught. Crownover. Looked like he took a peek outside, just ran out of track. Crownover takes it real deep in, but slides up. 77's at the bottom, closes in. This was his, from what I saw, his front track 3 and 4. Looks like Crownover down low is going to let him by. No, not quite. Just took a defensive stance, maybe. Caffrey with a weird entry into that corner, turn number 1. Lets off a lot there, loses a bit of ground. Crownover down to the bottom. He's going to go into pit road. It looks like he's going to take a set of tires and some fuel. And there goes Caffrey. There's Burke. Redskin coming by. Crownover coming down pit road for the final stop of the day. See some strategy at work. First car to come. Let's see if he pulls anybody else down with him. Looks like Stryker should take her. Bigger, Redskin coming in. Everybody coming in now. Anthony setting off the chain, bringing a good amount of cars there into the final stop of the day. There's Crownover, your leader, coming in now. Perry just ahead of him. Dunkelberger still need to go. Caffrey, Burt. 3 cars still haven't come in. They're going to need to. Bigger now is pulling out of pit road. There's Dacuna just ahead of him. And Birch is flying by the whole one. That was a tight exit there. See Phipps just finishing his stop. Pretty quick stop there, 14.5. Well within range. Zaleski coming in. He has a quicker stop than the leader. No, it's a whole second slower there, just in the box. And that's your box entry. Phipps had a more straighter entry, stopped right in line with the guys coming out. The guys don't have to adjust. That wastes precious seconds. The car's askew. It's a weird way around the car. Just the straighter, more center you are in the box, the quicker the stop is. Zaleski effectively loses a couple of seconds there in that game. Top 3 still need to pit though. When it cycles around, Phipps would be a little bigger. Dacuna's still in pit road. Might have caught a penalty maybe, or might be just calling it. Phipps here coming into 1 bigger. Just exited 4, I believe. It's good amount of track behind him. Looks like Dunkelberger is gonna try to come in. That's why he's got barriers outside. Not too sure if these guys are banking on a yellow or maybe they can make it, but we'll see. Ryan Demkoberger is leading the race right now. Capri in second, Burke in third. Definitely gonna hope and need a caution. They've made their bed now. They might as well just stay out. As see Andrew Phipps is gonna unlap himself. Demkoberger now diving in. Might lose a good amount of spots here, staying out that long. We'll see where he comes out on this exchange. Burke still staying out. Caffrey taking over the lead. We see Crown over there just on the left side, just exiting the screen, unlapping himself. Phipps back here, about a half track down from Caffrey, but with new tires closing in very quickly. Got to be very methodical through the lap traffic. No need to really push there. Quick and easy pass there. Scott Perry just ahead of him. Perry trying to stay on the lead lap. Sideways off the corner. Dacuna back out on the track. Probably the only car I think that we've seen not hit the wall. Might be a few laps down, but if you can bring it home in one piece with no damage at this track, I consider that a win. That's just still some phenomenal driving. Sideways off the corner. Great catch from the 43. I was going to say, if you can bring it home in one piece and not wreck the car, not damage it at a track like this, yeah, you're a few laps down, but that shows you understand where you're at, your skill set. You're not trying to overdrive the car and do something dumb and really just drive over the top of your head. I know a lot of us have been there, and I definitely have, and I've gotten into people and wrecked myself and all that good stuff. But that honestly, that's more impressive. The 43, each race, week in and week out, he comes in with a clean car and he leaves the track with a clean car. I rarely see it unless it's a plate race and you can't get away from people. I rarely see him wreck someone or wreck himself. The car is just so pristine. And I'm quickly becoming a fan of Devin Larridge. If I was a team owner, I wouldn't mind having him driving my car because I know he'd bring it back in one piece. Let's go out there, turn some laps, get on the track, get some experience, bring the car back. That's less money to spend, less parts to buy, less stuff to fix. last late nights. Great drive there by the 43 as the track falls under shade again. Caffrey still leading. Looks like Burke's coming in. Caffrey might just stay out all the way till he needs to pit in for fuel. Still out there. Phipps going into 3. Looks like this is 3 and 4. Caffrey in 1 and 2 on the other end of the track. Burke, another car, a complete second off Andrew Phipps' pit time. So that Andrew Phipps' pit stall boxing, I guess stop you could say, with his car positioning in the box and the pit stall is phenomenal. Looks like it's a whole second quicker than a couple cars we've seen. Jerry diving low. A lot of commotion in the driver chatter there. These guys communicating, trying to get around the lap traffic. Oh, Jerry just trying to get it out of the way. Burke on his inside. Getting crazy here. Caffrey 19 to go. I don't know if he can make it. I don't think he can. He's not supposed to be able to, but you see him in 1 and 2 here. Andrew Phipps still closing in. He's pretty much all up there now. Caffrey's got about 6 seconds on Phipps, and that time is shortening down very, very quickly. Bigger closing in on Phipps, it looks like. Might be just traffic, but you see that lead being cut down by Andrew Phipps on Philip Caffrey. It's just 2 seconds, seconds and a half. It's just a ton of time there. Andrew Phipps is gaining. Burke going around the 88. Burke's a lap down, I believe. That was not for position. Right now, Caffrey's in first. Phipps, Biggert, third, effectively second. Striker's effectively third. I gotta believe Caffrey needs to pit. Today by the 88. Crownover still holding on to 5th. Mazelewski back here in 7th. Crownover taking a look at the 80 of Jerry Culver. 15 to go here. Caffrey coming over the radio, not just hoping for a yellow. He's all but confirmed, saying he can't make it to the end, so he's trying to run it out as long as he can, see if these guys get into a scuffle. But I don't think it'll happen. But you never know. Everybody's scattered, nobody really close to each other. Caffrey's still leading, but there's Phipps right behind him pretty much now. Biggert down the front stretch. Burke on the apron, trying to get around the 01 in the wall, just trying to get out of the way of the 73. A lot of courteous drivers here on the racetrack. Understand they don't need a race here. This is still not position. Burke trying to get a lap back here. Phipps in the wall. Wall rides for a bit there. Mazelewski trying to catch up. Burke getting around Perry. That was for a position. You see Bigger right behind Perry. Perry a lap down. Perry hard in the wall. Almost comes down on the 01. That might have been the yellow Caffrey was trying to hope for, but Perry just turns it back right into the wall, staying off of Bigger. Still getting exciting here. You never know what can happen. There's 12 laps left. Phipps gets around Caffrey a couple laps ago. I believe. See him get the power off of 2. Gets on his outside. Caffrey just no hope here with some old tires. Nothing he can really do. Just the sitting duck to Andrew Phipps there. Andrew Phipps back to the lead. Caffrey second. Nathan Biggert in third here. Just flying off the corner. Striker. Dunkelberger. Crown over Modzelewski. Everybody pretty sideways. Reschke and Burt. Burt going around Dakota. Great, once again, just a great track awareness all the way to the apron, letting the leaders go by, just riding his race right now. I just saw France every week. I don't know, maybe it's my kind of luck. There goes Cash in the pit road now. See the ticker pop up. He just could not go anymore. He's going to lose a good few laps here. Maybe a splash and go. We'll keep an eye on the ticker and see what it comes out to. But Dakota there, I'm almost jealous because almost every race I run, I get into something. I scrape the wall. I just cannot keep the car clean. And this guy, every race, the car looks the same way after the race as it did at the start of the race. Every race. See him all the way to the apron, lets the 01 by, gets back in line. I think Caffrey did do a splash and go. Maybe right side's only because it's 5 seconds. 5 seconds in the box. Let's back it up real fast. We can see. Yeah, just right side's only for the 77. Splash and go. That get a fresh right rear on it. See if you can lean on it a little bit more. Jack's up. Quick tire change. Drop the jack. Off you go. Good stop by Caffrey. Back on the track. Just trying to minimize the time on pit road there with such few laps to go. Phipps on point for a win right now. Bigger in second, Becker in third, but he's got Dunkelberger back on him. Dunkelberger. They got Perry right there while Perry gets out of the way. Dunkelberger dives in 88, see if Striker can hang on the outside. Not quite, can't keep his nose. I think Dunkelberger has fresher tires. Makes that pass pretty clean. Good pass there by the 14. Starts to pull away from the 88. Dunkelberger involved in the early wreck about lap 16, I believe. Gets the car fixed, manages his time on pit road, manages the stage brakes and the yellows. Pretty much brand new car there, gets it back on track. No give up there for the 14. Phipps taking the laps down. Being patient, riding around, getting around a lot of traffic. Here's Bigger, way down middle of the back stretch, way up ahead. About 5.5 seconds or so. Dunkelberger here, Striker right behind. Well, not right behind him, he's losing right up. Definitely older tires. Dunkelberger chose a good point to pit there back in third place. If he had a bit more time, I think maybe he could catch second in first, but they were way too far. He's 5 seconds behind second, 11, about 12 seconds behind first. Caffrey getting around the 88. That's not for, whoa, so free for the 77. Not for position there. Caffrey a lot down after spending so much time on the track, losing all that time. Caffrey right now in 9th place. Crown over back here. Modzelewski still hasn't been able to get around him. Managing this run a lot better, it looks like, after that pit stop. 4 to go for Andrew Phipps. Just riding around there. Nathan Biggert just crossing the line in the one way behind, 6 seconds behind. Dunkelberger even further. Andrew Phipps literally does not need a push, just needs to tick off some corners. Closest battle right now is Modzelewski. Let's see if he can get run over. Pretty close. He's got 3 laps to go to try and do it. See the nose rotate, point into the inside. Might have a run here. Not quite. We go to 2 to go. Crownover catches some apron. Little bobble for the 53. Loose off the exit. That might be what Mazaleski needs. He's side by side. Might have a run here. Just got a nose in. He's going to hold it. Crownover on the outside. Might get the power down, though. We're coming in the white flag. Side by side. Both free. Mazaleski here gets it on that corner, but we still got one more time around. Clears the 28. 28 in the wall. Mazaleski makes a phenomenal pass. Sets him up for a good amount of laps. Crownover gets loose. Alpha 2. And that took about a half a track that passes. Vince coming around corner number 2 off down in the backstretch. He's going to sail away. Burt very free in the back. Hangs on to it. Great battle between Mazaleski and Crownover, but it's going to be Andrew Phipps here. Coming off fourth. He'll be your winner at Darlington. Phenomenal show. Just really took you to and showed him how it's done. Juan sweeps the stand. Sweeps the whole day. There's bigger in second. Coming off for Dunkelberger. Caffrey will finish 9th, lockdown 88. Kakuna there in 12th. And Perry 10th. Top 10 for Perry. There's Mazaleski. Gets around Crownover. 5th and 6th for them guys. Good racing. Dario, Church, Coulter, Basama out. Coulter with the connection issue. Just aliens got him and he disappears. What a great race. Again, we apologize for missing the start, but we got the whole race in. Internet held up. I'm pretty proud. We saw some exciting racing. This was an awesome race to watch. A lot of battles in the track. We'll see the 25 of Anthony Crownover burning down here. Absolutely. Phenomenal race by these guys. Just a couple of yellows, a lot of wall hits. A pretty good wreck there that didn't cause a yellow with Balsamo in the 01, and then the 14 getting into the 10. Just a lot of stuff going on there, but a green race doing through. We'll wait for these guys to come up here into the booth. Talk to Ryan Dunkelberger here. Trying to find it. There you go. So we got the 14 of Ryan Dunkelberger. Just a great looking car. Ford in the top 3. As we all know, I'm a big Ford supporter, so very biased. Definitely rooting for you. But Ryan, how was the racetrack here today? Definitely a difficult track, a highline track. We know Darlington's very famous for the stripe. How do you approach this racetrack? I think you're new to the league. I don't recall your name here. Is this your first race with Chop? Definitely glad to have you here. Andrew Phipps, a name we recognize from one of our sister leagues, the Whiston Throwback, who runs the ARCA, or used to run the ARCA throwback series. A great show for them with Joshua Buck and Michael Halter at the helm. Darlington, as we mentioned, a highline track, a very driver's track, hard to pass here. You really got to set them up there. But you mentioned the wreck there with the 10 and the 01. You hit them pretty good and managed the time very well between the stages. How do you make a game plan for that? Because you got to think pretty quick to get that damage repaired. Definitely, pretty much good-looking car. So it looks like you got most, if not all, of it fixed. Tell me about the strategy there. Did you have a set game plan for what you wanted to do, or just kind of playing it by ear? Awesome, all good stuff. Great comeback from the wreck there in the 14 Rowdy Energy Ford. Next week is Michigan International Speedway. Lots of power, lots of drafting there. Will we see you back next week? Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you with Chop Shop. Thanks for joining us. Phenomenal racing to see you on the track, and we'll catch you next week. Oh, I apologize. I forget. Give me some shout outs who you want to thank for being here. Awesome. Thanks again for being with Chop Shop. We'll see you next week at Michigan. 14 Ford Rowdy Energy. I cannot speak today. Rowdy Energy, Ryan Dunkelberger. Great bounce back from that wreck earlier. Fortunate it happened pretty early in the race. Had a good portion of the race to get fixed, which he does. Up next is second place Nathan Biggert in the 01 Air Force machine. Had a lot of action himself going on. Nate, how was the race for you today? It was a great race to watch. I enjoy running Darlington solely because it spreads everybody out and you can kind of run your race, right? But a lot of wall hits for everybody. One of them pretty good pancake on the right side of the car. So we see a couple of new drivers. We know Andrew Phipps very fast in this ARCA car. It's just same car, more power. What is your plan coming into Darlington?
didn't want to give up track position because there was one time there, Stryker was trying to get by me on the inside, and he thought I was going to let him go, but it's like it's hard to pass, and I didn't want to have to get back by him. Same thing with the guy that got third there. What's his name? He's a new guy, but yeah,
Oh, Ryan in
same
the
thing.
14.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, we were trying to. He went to go past me one time. I just didn't want to let him by, so I was able to hold him off, just pushing a little harder than I wanted to, though, because that's the thing. You kill the tires, and then you just lose so much speed. And that was where I was faster and able to gap on people. In the beginning of the run, everyone's pretty even, but as it went on, 15 laps into it, I could have more speed and actually pull away. So. But yeah, you just pace yourself, take care of the tires. That was my plan coming into the race.
We say it every time we go to tracks like this, like Darlington, Dover, Martinsville. Race the track, right? Don't really worry about passing the guy because more often than not, you'll get into some trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a good fight with the 14. I thought he had you after you pancaked the wall off of, I think it was 4, but just held the nose there and ran the top. That was almost magical. You guys slid up together, and he had to let off, otherwise you guys would have wrecked. Great.
Yeah, great battle.
Absolutely awesome to watch. Stage breaks here for this race. We saw some guys not take tires. Your game plan, take tires every stage break?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I tend to realize that this is a tough track, and obviously it's even tougher when you get this high of a horsepower car. But it seems to put on great racing because you get guys and they respect it. They don't drive over their heads as much. They go easy. It just makes for great racing when people aren't driving over their heads. And I don't know, this track will bite you if you do that. Whereas others give you leeway and it's easier to get away with driving over your head. So basically, I knew that we were just going to have long runs. I didn't plan on many cautions in this race, and we really didn't get any. So, yeah, I plan on just put tires on every stage break, try to get some stage points, and then one stop at the end midway, and put tires on then.
Awesome. Well, pretty much got a good amount of points every stage. Second place all the way through the whole race to Andrew Phipps today. Lots of top threes throughout the season, so nothing to rush your shoulder about. Good racing. Give me some thanks. Who do you want to thank for being here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you, Joe, for doing a broadcast, Chop Shop TV. All the fans out there watching, appreciate y'all, and hope you enjoyed the show. And come back, watch all the Chop Shop shows. We put on some great racing. We all have a great time. Very respectful and fun environment. I got to thank Chop Shop themselves. The league's great to run with. John Stryker, everybody that puts in for the league. I appreciate everything they do. And yeah, just give a shout out to my mom. Tell her I love her.
Awesome as always. Can't forget the moms there, the wives, all that good stuff. So Nate, we appreciate. Thank you for the comments as always. We'll see you next week at Michigan.
Yeah, see you there.
Nathan Biggert, the 1901 Air Force, coming in second, pretty much second throughout the whole race. Kind of stings sometimes, but I mean, like I said, second ain't nothing to hold your head low for a track like Darlington. Very difficult track. You got Andrew Phipps here as our winner, who just completely dominated the whole race through and through, swept the entire race stages and all. Andrew, how was the track today for you?
Oh man, that was so much fun. I absolutely love that track.
Darlington, it's we ask most people, it's I hate that track or I love that track. It's one or the other, but we all know you from our sister series, the Winston Throwback. And we know you're very quick in the ARCA cars. How does this car compare to the ARCA car? I don't have a lot of experience, so give us a breakdown. I know it's a lot of power, but does it drive roughly the same?
I think it's very much the same. It just has way more power, a lot more RPM, helps the car turn, and the power is just way more fun to drive. I mean, the thing zips down the straightaways, and it's hard to get a hold of off the corners. But I think the handling characteristics are very much the same. Just like I said, a lot more gear helps the car turn. A lot of times the ARCA setups are tight, which is frustrating to drive. And this thing's just an animal. It's so fun.
Awesome. You pretty much on rails here, as we mentioned. Very quick on this car. What was your game plan coming into Darlington?
I pretty much wanted to get the lead as fast as I could, and then which would allow me to set the pace. I felt like I could probably save tire better as the leader than trying to chase somebody down. And I'd like to get enough of a gap that they're not peeking on my quarter panel, and then just kind of run the pace that I want to run. The guys were really fast, and I was running as hard as I could there at the middle part of the race. A lot of times it could not pull a gap, but when I say as hard, I mean I'm going as hard as I can without hurting the tires. Like I could bust off a couple really fast laps if I wanted to, but I'd definitely pay for it later. So, man, I think it was Nathan was behind me. That guy was really fast and had me on my toes the whole time. And I knew that Ryan Dunkelberger was really fast as well. He had some problems, but he got himself back up in position, and I knew that I had to be careful and save my stuff in case there was a caution. He pitted later than everyone else, and if there was a caution, I didn't want him driving by me. So the last run, I was just trying to save, and I could tell Nathan was doing the same thing, because every time I would ease up a lap, he wouldn't gain on me. So he's doing the same thing. He's just saving just in case there's a yellow, so he can attack me. I'm going, it's just defensive, you know what I mean? Try and be smart. I don't want to go so hard that I burn my stuff down.
A lot of experience there on the racetrack, understanding what your car is doing and what the tires are doing. Great breakdown there. Big picture thinking. A lot of something difficult for a lot of drivers to do. We're so narrow-minded, tunnel visioned, immediately kind of want it now situation. So a great breakdown for all of us here. Thinking big picture towards the end of the race. You're the leader. Don't have to win by 10 seconds. You've got a big gap. You can save your equipment. Something hard to do. How do you manage the lap traffic? It wasn't too bad, just a couple cars here and there, but still pretty difficult at a track like this.
Well, I know that if I'm getting to them, they're having a rough day. They probably already had damage. The car probably drives horrible. So I just tried to time it so that when I get to them, it would be off of 2. I really don't want to run side by side with anybody through 1 and 2. So I would just try and time it. So as I come off of 2, I'd make my pass before entering 3. I don't mind running 3 and 4 side by side, but I just tried to make sure I didn't have to make a move on entry to 1. And the guys were really good and respectful. I mean, I see a couple of them, got into the fence or something like that, and the car's just a handful, especially once you've touched it once or twice, and the car just drives awful. So I try to give them a lot of room, and I don't want to put them in a bad situation.
Some very, very cordial there. Again, just understanding track awareness and all that. So lots of experience on your end. It honestly sounds like real world racing, something you do.
Yeah, I raced for a lot of years, and I'm retired now. But this is what I do for hobby, for fun. It's I've raced with the Winston guys, and some of the guys in this league through the Winston deal, and everybody just seems to have kind of the same attitude where we're here to have a good time. We're going to race as hard as we can, but just be respectful. Don't run each other over. We don't want a caution fest driving around under yellow all night. So I was really happy to get an invite to come race with these guys, and had an absolute blast.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here with Chop Shop. Gonna put up a great show with Biggert and the rest of the guys. Cameron usually up front, very hard day to day. So we'll see you next week at Michigan, as well as you guys. How do you think you fare at Michigan? Lots of drafting, pack racing, maybe.
I'm not good on the big tracks. I'm typically a short track guy, but I do like Michigan. For some reason, that track I always run decent at. I struggle with the pack racing and the drafting, making the right moves. The really experienced guys will make put themselves in the best position, and I don't know. I'm just gonna go there and have a fun time and try not to cause any damage.
Awesome. We'll see you there at Michigan next week. Give us some shout out to you. Who do you want to thank for being here?
I thank John for reaching out. John Hammond reaching out and offering me to come race with these guys, and I'm just so happy. I can't get home in time during the week. My work's too busy, but but I'm home on the weekend, so I could do this, and this league looks like it's gonna be awesome. And Chop Shop's been great, and thank you to all the guys. And I don't know, I'm excited, looking forward to more races.
We're very glad to be here for you to be here with Chop Shop. So we'll see you next week at Michigan.
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Absolutely, you too. Thank you to Andrew Phipps there. Going to be a big heavy hitter here at the Gen 4 Series. If you think you got what it takes, come join the league and see if you can take them down a notch or two. Butt heads with the likes of Nathan Biggert, Cameron Dario. Everybody has a bad day. Darlington not a track. Looks like he's that very well-versed, maybe a little more practice, as he said over the driver's radio. But nothing to scoff about. Darlington kicks everybody's butt at some point. But Andrew Phipps leading the charge here at Darlington Raceway. A little bit of cloud cover here and there towards the end. Didn't really change the characteristics there. But only the top 6 on the lead lap there. A lot of guys went a lap down. A lot of different strategies. Phipps will take the win. Biggert second. Dunkelberger in third with a great comeback after that early wreck there. Lots of damage on the car. Got it all fixed, it looks like. Stryker, good. Just a good, decent day there. Staying out of trouble. Just running his race. Good solid top 5. Modzelewski in 5th. Running out top 5. Crown over Burt, Richkin, Caffrey, Perry top 10. Culver, DeCuna 11th and 12th, 13th. Dario Church, Coulter Jr. with the connection issue, and Balsamo crashed out of the race last for ending the day early. That's it for us at Chop Shop. I appreciate you guys tuning in and sticking with us. The connection was really good today. Thank you for my internet for not giving out and being good today. We'll see you Monday nights. Is by Signature Esports. There's some dirt racing. Come check out his stream there. Cheer on your favorite drivers. Come join Chop. Race some dirt with us. We're running late models this week. Next Monday is Sprint 305s. Every week we alternate the car back and forth. So this week it's the late models. I want to say Pro Lates. It's the slowest version of the late model. I can't remember what it's called. But so dirt on Monday. Chop Shots Racing Dirt. Signature Esports is going to broadcast that one. Fridays is Next Gen. Let me see where Next Gen's at. Gotta find the schedule. That's Gen 4. There we go. Next Gen is Indy. So we're off Richmond. There we go. That's right. We had an off week last week. Richmond for 225 laps by my 3 sons. Sherry, a great supporter of Chop Shop. Absolutely loves Stryker to death. But she's a great supporter of us, and we all love Sherry just as well, and appreciate her for sponsoring the Next Gen series for Chop Shop. So next week, same time, Richmond, 225 laps, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Green flag drops there. Richmond, a great track. There's going to be a lot of beating banging. I think tempers are definitely flare there. We'll see what's going on at Richmond. And then Sunday next week, as we mentioned, Michigan back at it with Gen 4 Series. Michigan, a big track, lots of room, but it does get pretty tight coming off the corners. We might see some contact. Big, spectacular wrecks possible at Michigan. Don't miss it. Chop Shop TV is your place, one-stop shop for racing. That's it for me, your host, Joseph. We'll see you next time.